Hello everyone, my name is Ram Chuan and our presentation topic is the gendered nature of nursing. Our team Likat, Austin Marifel, Rochelle and I have worked together to present insightful information on this important subject. We hope you find our presentation engaging and informative.
Exposing the myth in nursing that caring is only a woman's job. I will never accept that label again after learning this. This changes how we hire. This changes how we lead. This changes how we care. Nursing has long been painted as women's work. Those old ideas still shape careers today. Male nurses face bias and underrepresentation. Female nurses hit invisible ceilings on leadership. That hurts teamwork, professional identity, patient care, and it shrinks our talent pool. We fix this by teaching the history and the data, recruiting inclusively, running awareness campaigns that challenge stereotypes. Simple shifts, mentorship, diverse hiring panels, visible male and female role models make the profession stronger and more trusted. If we want nursing to reflect the people it serves, we've got to be intentional about gender diversity. Join us in reshaping nursing for everyone.
The gender nature of nursing, biases and gaps in analysis, examining representation and Canadian realities. Presenter Austin Akaniere. Are there biases or gaps in the analysis? Limited attention to male perspectives, non-binary and gender diverse nurses often excluded. Many studies rely on outdated or gender binary frameworks. Male perspective. Male nurses still represent a small percentage of the workforce, often portrayed as exceptions rather than contributors. Biases frame male nurses as less caring or overtly assertive. Non-binary representation. Minimal research on non-binary nurses, lack of inclusive data collection methods, many conceal identity to avoid discrimination. Reflecting Canadian realities. Canadian nursing is increasingly diverse. Current articles often reflect global or US-based perspectives, lack of updated data from Canadian context. Ethical and social implications. Equity and representation are professional obligations. Ignoring gender diversity limits care quality. Training on gender affirming practice remains inconsistent. What's missing? Current analysis lacks intersectional perspective. No deep exploration of how gender biases interact with race, culture, or class. Absence of lived experiences from interrepresented genders. Moving towards inclusive understanding, biases and gaps still limit our understanding. Canadian context demands updated, inclusive research. True gender analysis must represent all nurses.
Nursing through the lens of gender, female dominated profession. Nursing has long been recognized as a female dominated profession, rooted in historical and cultural associations between women and caregiving. Traditionally, society viewed caring, nurturing, and emotional labor as inherently feminine traits, shaping both the image and structure of the nursing profession. Florence Nightingale's legacy also reinforced the perception that nursing was a moral and domestic extension of women's roles. Growing male presence. In recent decades, there has been a steady increase in the number of men entering the field, challenging the long standing stereotype that nursing is women's work. Male nurses are contributing their skills and perspectives across diverse healthcare settings, from critical care and emergency departments to leadership and education. This growing male presence not only helps address nursing shortages, but also enriches the profession by promoting gender diversity, balance, and inclusivity. Male nurses are often perceived as being more suited for physical or security related tasks rather than for the emotional and caring aspects of nursing. This perception reflects deep rooted gender stereotypes that associate physical strength and authority with masculinity, while linking empathy and nurturing with femininity. Such assumptions can create internal tension for men in nursing as they struggle to balance the profession's expectations of compassion and emotional connection with societal expectations of masculinity, which often discourage open displays of care or vulnerability. Additionally, male nurses are frequently viewed as being better suited for technical, emergency, or managerial roles, reinforcing the belief that men naturally belong in positions of control, technology, or leadership. This bias, while sometimes offering men quicker advancement opportunities, pros of being a male nurse, breaking gender barriers, male nurses play an important role in challenging traditional gender norms that associate nursing with femininity. Diverse role representation. Men bring different perspectives and strengths to teamwork, often being valued for physical support in patient handling, crisis response, or technical aspects of care. Positive role models. Male nurses serve as role models for young men, showing that compassion and empathy are professional strength. Cons of being a male nurse. Male nurses often face social stigma due to the belief that nursing is women's work. Some people question their motives or masculinity, which can affect confidence and workplace belonging. Limited access to certain care areas. In maternity, pediatrics, or women's health, male nurses may be denied opportunities to provide intimate care due to patient discomfort or institutional policies limiting their clinical exposure. Isolation. As minorities in a female dominated profession, male nurses may feel socially isolated or pressured to represent their gender positively.
My name is Marifel, and I'll be discussing barriers to resolution. There are several potential or actual barriers to resolution. This may include number 1, gender stereotypes and bias. As far as I am concerned, nursing is frequently viewed as an exclusive job for female due to traditional perception that women are only capable of serving as caregiver. Furthermore, men nurses are to believe that they could not succeed in exercising nursing profession, and because of this, males are also affected with their obligation when they wish to serve or apply as a healthcare provider. Moreover, gender is not the impediment in pursuing their career as a nurse to help the people in the community. Nowadays, many nurses men are working in the hospital as well as the LGBTs that they may be served at the public regardless of gender. Second, gender equality in education. As a nursing student, I think the ultimate objective in terms of gender equality when female and male students can access learning equally so that they can obtain their competence and become equipped in order to provide assistance to the community advancement of economic growth sufficiently. In my point of view, this is to ensure that gender equality education should be emphasized, and workshop session would be also be including to attain better outcome in the caregiving services. Third, workplace gender discrimination. In my point of view, discrimination happens in the workplace due to the common gender in the field of nursing is one of the significant barriers that can diminish stability of the healthcare environment. When the discrimination takes place, whether through an equal treatment or inclusiveness, the moral and confidence of those targeted are not the only being affected but also preserve obsolete gender norms. For instance, assuming male nurses are less qualified for patient care or inclusive workplace. To overcome such discrimination needs conscious efforts through policy changes, education in order to recognize and challenge biases that promotes equality in the context of providing healthcare.
Hi everyone, I'm Rochelle. Now let's talk about strategies to resolve the gender imbalance in nursing. First, we start with gender-inclusive education. Nursing schools must actively challenge gender stereotypes. This means integrating topics like gender bias, professional identity, and inclusive practice into the curriculum. When students of all genders feel seen and supported during their training, they're more confident and more likely to thrive in their careers. Second, we need stronger public awareness and media representation. The media often shows nurses as female, passive, or secondary to doctors. That image needs to change. We must promote male and female role models and highlight how nursing involves leadership, critical thinking, and complex clinical skills, not just caring. This helps attract more diverse talent to the profession. Third, there's a need for organizational policy and leadership development. Many female nurses face barriers when trying to move into leadership roles, while men often feel isolated in female-dominated teams. Institutions should provide mentorship, leadership training, and fair promotion policies. A supportive workplace culture can make a real difference in career progression and job satisfaction for all genders. Finally, we must focus on policy and advocacy. Governments and healthcare organizations need to invest in nursing workforce planning with a gender equity lens. That includes collecting sex disaggregated data to understand where the gaps are. National and international bodies, like the World Health Organization, play a key role by setting standards and pushing for inclusive leadership development across the board. In short, by acting in education, media, institutions, and policy, we can break down gender barriers in nursing and create a more inclusive, equitable profession for everyone.
Although nursing remains a female-dominated profession, the growing presence of men in nursing challenges traditional stereotypes and signals a positive shift toward greater diversity and inclusivity. Recognizing and addressing gender bias is essential to creating a profession where all nurses, regardless of gender, are equally valued for their skill, compassion, and expertise. By understanding nursing through the lens of gender, we can continue to build a more equitable, respectful, and empowered profession that truly reflects the values of care and collaboration at the heart of healthcare.